So that is a demonstration of squatting without warming up. Hips are tight, calves are tight, everything was feeling sore. So what we're going to do today on our Fix It Friday is fix your squat and make sure that you're warmed up for when you're ready for leg day. So first off, we're going to start off with something dynamic to try and warm up the muscles a little bit more. Usually I would recommend going for a run or a bike or a bit of a row to get the blood flowing. I'm not going to show you me doing that because that's really boring. Starting off, we're just going to focus on the air squat. So make sure you're about shoulder width apart with the legs, and we're focusing on tilting the hips back, not the knees forward. Okay, so hips come back, coming down to the squat and back up. You want to just go to where your body is comfortable going to begin with. So you don't want to be dropping right down into a deep squat if your body's not able to do it. So at the moment, my legs are still quite tight, so I'm only going to just above parallel roundabout. So you're going to do about 10 to 15 reps of that. Then we're going to move over here to the bench. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with what's called a couch stretch. If this is too intense, you can just do a normal lunge stretch. But most people are trying to get into the hip rather than the quad. So you're going to put your foot up on the back there, drop down into the bench, and then coming forward. And you just want to make sure that your body is nice and neutral when you're doing this stretch. A lot of people will get a bench that's too high or too short, and then it won't work quite right. Other options is you can put it up against the wall, or you can use a Swiss ball as well because they're a slightly different height, but it's just a little bit harder to stabilize. Once you've done this one for about 30 seconds, easiest way to get off, slide the foot, stand up, flip, and back down. Then you get into a really nice stretch that feels really comfortable and really enjoyable. And then if you want to really push it, make sure you're doing this under a little bit of supervision and you're not doing this in a bad alignment. You want to squeeze your glute muscle to push the quad and the hip flexors just a little bit more. It feels really good for about 7 seconds, and then you release, and then you feel the stretch a little bit higher up in the hip. Oh. Stop. Next stretch is we're going to focus on the figure 4 stretch, which is stretching in behind around into what we call the piriformis, or some people refer to them as the type 5. There's a couple of little muscles that no one really needs to know the name of, but they inhibit you getting a nice deep squat and feeling comfortable in that squat as well. So to start off, you're just going to put your foot up on your leg and then push the knee down. Important part is you need to go past that 90-degree angle, so you want to lean forward, and that gets more of a stretch around the side in your glute medius, your piriformis, and other muscles around that area. Okay, so just holding that one for about 30 seconds. If this tightness isn't really there in this position, you can go into the next position, which is coming down onto the bench, just resting around your shoulder blades, bringing the leg up again, and then just dropping the hips down and pushing the knee away from yourself. This one is a little bit more intense than the one seated, so you just want to make sure that you're doing the one that's right for you and you're not pushing past a stretch that isn't available for your body. I don't know if available is the right word, but you know what I mean. I know we're doing leg day, but it's always good to give them a good arm pump at the same time. But seriously, this one isn't used for your arms. We're going to hold it out front, and we're going to squat down into a nice deep squat. What you're going to do is you're just going to hang out here for about a minute. The reason for the weight isn't because you're trying to be the man and holding a 10 kilo weight in front of you. It's actually to counterbalance yourself. So depending on what your strength and ability is like, we want to be looking for about a 5 to 10 kilo weight. And then we're just going to be sitting in this deep squat, moving our hips side to side, trying to feel the stretch. So for myself, I feel it around the outsides in the kind of glute area. A lot of people will feel the stretch in their groin. And then if you move your foot a little bit forward, you can get a bit of a calf stretch. Other side, a little bit of a calf stretch. And we're just trying to keep being nice and dynamic, moving around, opening up the hips. Now it's right in the groin. We're just going to be here for about a minute, and then once the minute's up, you want to control the squat coming out of it, nice controlled, activating the glutes, big squeeze, and then we're ready for a squat. Alright, now that we're nice and warm, we can come up and start our back squatting. Always start with an empty bar. A lot of people think, oh nah, it's all good. I can squat 100 kilos, so I'm going to warm up with 60. No, you're going to injure yourself. You want to come straight to the empty bar, and you want to do a few, at least 10 to 12 reps with an empty bar to really warm up the body. Okay, get control of it, because if you can't squat with an empty bar, you can't squat with a loaded bar. So coming in, making sure that you're nice and steady, and boom, how good does that feel? You wouldn't know because you're not me. But after the warm-up, you're going to feel a whole lot better coming straight into your squats. I'm not sure if you noticed, but from the first to the last, my depth has suddenly gone a whole lot more deeper. Okay, so that's how you can warm up your squat and fix your squat. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see more of Zuko. Also, follow us on Instagram, there's lots of stories about him, and Facebook, we sometimes put up posts. And then also come down here to 161 Cooper Street in Petone, or Alistown, whatever you prefer, to the fitness portal, and you get greeted by our concierge, Zuko.